Yes, most holy Sanini Nini, we thank you for all that you've done. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your favor. We thank you for keeping our minds even through the night and even through the day. That those temptations that and those thoughts that come through our mind, those thoughts of idolatry, those thoughts that the spirits bring throughout for so many things, the spirits of that comes through the stories told on the social media and the stories told even on movies and film and news shows. Yes, it caused a certain thing in us that we start to see and say, where is our God? But oh, we're sure at this day that our God is not forsaking us, but yet he's still there waiting. And we thank you for all these things. We praise you for your mercy. We praise you that you are causing all the enemies to be revealed throughout the world, even allowing things to happen and the inventions that be made that this news may get across the whole globe or the whole disc or whatever, however we believe. Oh, most holy Sanini Nanini, we thank you for these things. The intentions of the enemy, those who we thought were supposed to be holy, we find out they are most unholy. We thought those that were supposed to be the people of the book, find out they're not the people of the book. Oh, most holy Sanini Nainini, we thank you. And their intentions, even those that mean us well, have some evil agendas. And we thank you that you've showed us these things. Now we ask for wisdom. We ask for understanding. We ask for the cunningness of the fox, the cunningness of the rabbit, to evade these enemies, and even the strength, even of the strongest of strongest, even the lion, the tiger, to repel these enemies, that they might flee even 1,000 ways. Whether it be by intellect, or whether it be by judicial hearings, or whether it be by war or battle. To just move this enemy that we might have peace. Yes. Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We thank God for his favor. We thank God for everything. And we thank God for you. We thank God for those of you that have stuck with us even up till now. And we thank God for those of you who have just come to our media event. And we thank God for those of you who are about to join. We give God the glory and the praise for you. Yes, we thank you, for without you, we are nothing. Yes, and without God, most all of us are definitely nothing. Yes, glory to God. Yes, we're in the book of Enoch, We have a few more chapters to go. I say about 9 chapters, including this one. Yes, 9 chapters. A long ways. I believe 108 books in the book of Enoch. 108 chapters in the book of Enoch. That is a lot. Some short, some long. You know how you have it. But anyway, the 99th chapter of the book of Enoch. You know, in many instances, you find out you have to be careful. I mean, you have to wonder. It's just like in my circle though. As I was growing up, a young lady gets a body. She gets to look at herself real pretty, okay? This is Israel. I'm talking about Israel, though. I'm talking about true Israel. Okay? Then this pimp rise up. Oh, he gives her all nice clothes, and oh, you could be a star, you can be all this, and I'm going to treat you like a queen. And so he just gets her to the point where she depends on him. He gets her to the point where he depends on it. He gives her rides to the store, and she figures like she's the top everything. But then once he figured he got her, then her nightmares begin. For those who have lusted after, he said, give me a little time that I might make her ready for you. That she will do whatever I tell her to do. And then he began to say, you need to go to this suitor, or you need to go to this person or that person. And he beats her. No, don't destroy her face. Make her still look good. But beat her on her body and make her obedient. Make her fear him. Is this not the way many countries today are being, and many people, whether it's domestic, whether it's even local or national or even global? These things are happening. People, countries, nations being exploited for their natural things. Yes, I'm talking about Africa and other nations, even down in South America. Oh, we ask God to deal with them. Being exploited for your natural resources, for what you are natural, just as a woman is exploited for her natural beauty. And we thank God, and as you grow old and as all that stuff dries up, they all forsake you and leave you as nothing, poor, destitute, and still laugh and spit upon you, and you're nothing, and you're just a byword to everybody else. This is what is happening. And these devils are showing up everywhere, giving ideas to men. You think this stuff comes to men easily? No, it come to them in dreams, in the days. And just as God deals with a man, so does devils deal with men. Yes. But I digress. Let's get on to the book of Jubilees. The book of Jubilees, chapter 99. Yes, 99. And now I swear unto you, the wise and to the foolish. Now, who's the wise and foolish? Wise don't necessarily mean you're righteous. You could be wise in foolishness. For ye have manifold experiences on the earth. You have a lot of experiences. You do a lot of things. For you men shall put on more adornments than a more woman. Uh-oh. What is he talking? He's talking to the pre-flood people, though. That's his audience right now. You put on more. Some of you men dress even. Oh. He said you put on more adornments. Rings, jewels, attire, gold, than a woman, and colored garments more than a virgin. In other words, you make yourself, you trying to get attention. You have gone effeminate. I mean, whether you're masculine, you might not be that, but you are flamboyant, whimsical, as they call it. Flamboyantly whimsical, with all your attire and your gay demeanor. And that's not talking about those who walk out of the gender. Gay means happy. I mean, whimsical. Just happy. Like gay Paris. Before that word gay came out, it was the fact that it meant happy. Okay? He said, in colored garments more than a virgin. In royalty and in grandeur and in power. Oh, you look so good. See, they were doing this way before Europe. They were doing this way before the rich people decided who and the kings all through Egypt and Africa and adorning themselves even more than women. Oh, they did this in pre-flood earth. Yes. And in silver and in gold and in purple. And in splendor and food, they shall be poured out like water. They used to have feasts. And everybody's showing off, trying to be what you would call to win the approval of those around them. And all trying to win the approval of the one who have called the party or the feast. He said in verse 8, therefore they shall be wanting in doctrine and wisdom. In other words, they're wicked in their teaching and what they've learned. That's what he's saying. And they shall perish thereby together with their possessions and with all their glory and their splendor, and in shame and in laughs and slaughter and great destitution. And their spirits shall be cast into the furnace of fire. See, he's not talking about flesh. See, the narrative that the Christian church have painted for God himself was a whimsical, flamboyant entity. A whimsical entity that is most compassionate. Like a lamb. A lamb is not that compassionate, please. But anyway. But when the Messiah, or either you call the great judge, the elect one, he came. He wasn't like that. But they paint that picture. Oh, God wouldn't do that to you. Here you is in all your adulteries and fornication. Oh, God wouldn't do that to you. Please. And their spirit shall be cast into a furnace of fire. God said, yeah, I won't. Okay, all right. You don't want to follow me. You don't want to do what I create. You want what I created you to do. You don't want to obey what I ask you to obey. Okay, I have sworn unto you, ye sinners, as a mountain has not become a slave. In other words, a high person is not a slave, and the hill does not become a handmaid of a woman. No, 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 no. People of honor don't do that. Even so, sin has not been upon the earth, but man himself has created it. Transgression against the law, transgression against instruction, transgression against that which is right. That is sin that comes from the Most High. Man has created it to do those things which seem right in his own eyes. Now, but man himself has created, as he says in verse 16. Verse 17, and under great curse shall they fall who commit it. And barrenness has not been given to the woman, but on account of the deeds of her own hand she dies without children. On account of the deeds of her own hand, she dies without children. What you eat, what you drink, what you do, stay up night, the worries, the doubts, the fears, all these things that are associated with that nightlife and with that life of trying to find your mate and all that life of you not even being obedient to your parents. What happens? You just die either in childbirth or you're dying alone. Oh, but she was such a good girl. Not in God's eyes. Maybe in your mama's eyes or your daddy's eyes. He didn't see everything you do and everything you said in your heart. No, he hasn't. For I've sworn unto you, ye sinners, by the holy great one, by Tata and Zami Sinini Nanini, even that great spirit, that all your evil deeds are revealed in the heavens. There are angels watching you. There's devils watching you too. And the devils go to accuse God. They do this day and night to accuse you day and night before the Holy One. That's why he keeps them out, because the great judge shall gather all the things that are about you that comes from his holy angels, that which is true. And then you shall be judged. And from that, none of your deeds of oppression are covered and hidden. Whatever you do, whether you did it in a dark and a secret, you throw the body in a shallow grave or whatever, it's already known. How you think clairvoyants, when they hear from these dark beings and know where to find the body, and they say it's the body, these devils they keep up their same narrative, trying to act like they're the victim. But anyway, if you ever read that thing about the demonologist, if you can take it, if you don't wind up getting demon possessed yourself, it's a great book. It's an old book, but it's about how they studied the dark world, even the spiritual world, and what they could study about it and what was revealed. And do not think in your spirit, nor say in verse 23, in your heart, that you do not know what ye do. You do not know, and that ye do not see, that every sin is every day recorded in heaven in the presence of the Most High. Oh, God's got a way that you can't go under. God's got a way that you can't go over, but you must come in at the door. They're watching you. You're being watched in the bed with your wife. You're being watched in the bed with your girlfriend. You're being watched how you treat that child in daycare centers. You're being watched how you are going and doing a traffic stop. You're being watched every day. You're being watched as you go into the gold mines and you take gold and you take it and you ship it to your countries. And you keep those working. You try to keep them from industrialization because you have a secret agenda that we do not want these people to be above us, neither equal to us. We will kill and slit our throats. God laughs at you. He shall laugh according to Psalms chapter 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Come on here. God's going to laugh at you when your calamities come. Yes, and so will the righteous. And he says, do not think in your spirit or say in your heart that ye do not know what ye do. You're a liar. You know what you're doing. She don't know what she's doing. Oh, she's just a kid. You're a liar. A child knows what they do once they get a certain point of understanding. If that child knows how to hide something or act a certain way, that child's just as wise as you are. You better stop it. Your job is to teach that child to do what is right and to shun that which is wrong. Now, he said, heaven is recorded every day. This is Enoch talking. He's talking to the people before the flood. And from henceforth, you know that all your oppressions, where what you oppress, is written down every day. Oh, you sell a car. You get over on them because they don't know the law. You do all kind of things. And you think God is not writing these things down? You withhold wages and you tell people that, and you fix the books that you say, oh, you haven't worked this much. You think God is not writing that down? Yes. You do your racial talkings in the dark, but they're shown in the light. What you are. In other words, be sure your sin will find you out. Yeah. Come on here. Now, woe to you, ye fools, for through your folly ye shall perish, and your transgress against the wise. And so good hap shall not be your portion. You will not have no good. No good will be your portion. You will not see eternity. No. That's why he said, turn, when shall I say to the wicked in the day that he forsake his wickedness, that his wickedness will be remembered? Stop. A murderer and those who molest people to their demise, there is no forgiveness. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Because man have let you go, and some of you are in prison for 99 years and all this. You have no forgiveness. There is none. The man supposed to had sit up there and got and carried out sentence either that same day or that day that it was discovered that you were guilty. And the witnesses shall be held in account. And still, after your demise, shall the witness be held in account, because the fact is, the witness should suffer the same thing if they're found false as the accused. Come on here. That's God's way. Fair. It's fair. Very fair. Wherefore do not hope to live, ye sinners, but ye shall depart and die. For ye know no ransom, for ye are prepared for the day of the great judgment, for the day of tribulation, and great shame for your spirits. Woe to you, be obstinate of your heart, who work wickedness, and eat blood whence ye have good things, and eat things to drink and to be filled. It's all about your belly and about your flesh, your desires, your lust that are evil. Now, from all the good things which the I Am, even the Most High, has placed in abundance on earth, wherefore ye have no peace, because you want that which you can control or think you control, and you want to be on top. Yes, this is your thing given to you by Satan. He said, woe to you who love the deeds of unrighteousness, wherefore do ye hope for good? Hap unto yourself. 31. Know ye that ye shall be delivered into the hands of the righteous, and they shall cut off your necks and slay you, and have no mercy upon you, because it's right before the Most High. Fair. Now, woe unto you who rejoice in the tribulation of the righteous, who for no grave shall be dug for you. Woe to you who said not the words of the righteous, for ye have no hope of life. Woe to you who write down lying and the godless words, for they write down their lies, that men may hear them and act godlessly toward their neighbors. Therefore they shall have no peace, but die a certain death. He's talking to those before the flood, but then we got to think about those before the fire. This applies to both. And we're going to say the righteous. There remaineth the rest to the people of God. And with that, peace.